That's right. It's Chris Broussard and Rob Parker. We are the odd couple filling in for Steve Gorman Sports on Fox Sports Radio. You can follow Rob on Twitter at RobParkerFS1. You can follow yours truly at Chris_Broussard. And you can give us a call up and Rob the Hater Parker.
What? Is that my new name?
You spent the first hour hating on LeBron James. I'm going to give you an opportunity to hate on the Golden State Warriors, who are about to win their third championship in 4 years. And, look, they're young. Durant, I think, is 29. Klay is 28. They're all around that 28, 27,
in the prime of their
range.
career.
They're all in their prime. This could go on a long, long time, but you don't really think it will. Why do you – I mean, I don't see a team out there. Houston's played well, but Chris Paul is older. You know, some of their players are even older than the Warriors. Cleveland, you know, they got nothing. Boston's young, and I don't think they're an elite team when you look at the greats in the West. San Antonio, you know, we'll see what happens with Kawhi Leonard. Why don't you see this thing going, you know, on and on and on?
Because we just saw the first sign. Everybody thought Klay Thompson's happy. It's not about money. He's in a great situation. He lives in the Bay Area, right? All this stuff was like, this is great, right? Why would you shit
It is great.
Why would you upset
Klay is happy.
All right, right. Why upset the apple cart? Why do anything differently, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to put a pile of money in front of you now. It's not the pile of money that it could be after your deal is up and you're an unrestricted free agent, but it's a pile of money right here, right now that you could get.
Okay.
But it's at a team discount. Klay just pumped the brakes on that and said...
Did Klay or did his dad?
Well, but whoever's running, Klay's
going to run it. Michael Thompson, who I love, he's wanted Klay to be with the Lakers since he was with the Lakers.
No, I get it, but it also, why should he take less when everybody else is getting paid? Why are you taking less and you're a billionaire owner who's worth like almost $2 billion? He's building this brand new arena in downtown San Francisco. Public, what are they, the licensing fees to get the seats and all this other money, but you want Klay Thompson to come back on a hometown discount. I'm glad that he pumped the brakes on that.
I'm fine with that.
He should just be like, I was on a dynasty. They wind up winning 2 in a row and 3 out of 4. I'm going to get paid.
He's getting paid.
No, but I'm talking about get big. He could get even more money. And why not? Curry's making 40 large.
Because Curry played for 4 years at $11 million a pop.
That's what he's supposed to get because he wasn't the top pick. That's what he was supposed to get.
No. That wasn't his rookie scale. That was because his ankles were banged up.
Well, there you go. That's what you get when you're not healthy. That's what he should have got.
But here's the thing. Look, I'm just saying. I'm fine with wanting the max money or, you know, if Klay wants the max. But I'm also fine if Klay says, look, instead of the $35 million a year I could get, give me $31 million a year, and I'm happy. If he's happy, and here's the thing.
Why'd you leave the Cleveland Plain Dealer for the New York Times? Were they paying the same amount of money?
No, it was a better lifestyle.
Were they paying the same amount of money?
It was a lifestyle change.
Oh, what? You like New York better?
City? Yes, I like New York City better than the cornfields of Ohio, as you like to say. I mean, look, there's nothing, Rob. Well, let me just back up. Klay Thompson. I hope Klay is listening. I hope he's chilling out, you know, in his hotel room.
And he's listening to the Odd
Cleveland,
Couple.
Listening to the Odd Couple on Steve Gorman Sports Radio.
On the iHeart app,
Klay,
of course.
You are in a perfect position. You are James worthy to Steph and Durant's Magic and Kareem. You are going to go down as one of the greatest players. I think he's one half of the greatest backcourt ever.
But he's done
Steph
already.
Curry and Klay Thompson. You've already about to have 3 rings. You could end up with 5 or 6 rings. And there is nothing in life that you can do with $35 million a year that you can't do with $31 million a year.
He might be able to get double dessert with dinner with the extra money.
But look.
You ever have dessert
Would you rather be? When the last time you mentioned Harrison Barnes?
I think it was on National Bank Day when Harrison Barnes looked at his account and saw all that money in it.
Yeah, right. Harrison Barnes
went
to Dallas and leads them in scoring.
He's not going
So what?
But he's not
he
going.
Was relevant when he played with Golden State.
But he could go to the Lakers because they have money that's available. He could be like the new Kobe. Join a young team.
Kobe.
Oh, but I'm just saying. But I'm saying of the face of the franchise. And
he's in a perfect situation.
I'm with you on.
I don't want the players to take less money.
Why the owners make more
money for the owners? But if you want to challenge them and say, look, because the owners with the rules, the Bird rules, and all that, they can pay their 4 big guys.
No, but they don't want
max.
to pay. They don't want to pay the luxury tax that comes with it, and that's on them. That's why I think the players shouldn't give them a discount.
But if the player wants to, would you rather go to, I don't know, Memphis on principle because they offered you the max rather than stay in Golden State where you're happy, you're winning, you're a superstar, and you're getting $3-4 million less a year? Which would,
I think that you should get your maximum amount of money. I never had problems leaving jobs and moving to the next one. I always looked at it.
I've turned down more money elsewhere to stay at a job before. Because if you're happy, you're happy. A few extra dollars. Look, he's a freaking multi-millionaire no matter what.
I get it, but it still doesn't mean that you should be not compensated for your skill and your
$31 million or whatever it ends up being is not going to be enough. Come on. You just want the Pistons to look. Let me tell you this. Even if you break up the Warriors, it's not going to help the Pistons. All right?
877-99 on Fox. And remember, the greatest rival of one of the greatest dynasties ever was broken up because the team didn't want to pay the star principals. The Bulls.
Jordan Bulls.
Jordan said, "I'll come back if you bring back Phil Jackson." The first thing that Reinsdorf and them did was like, "We're not paying Phil," and then Mike retired. Yeah, it was based on that.
And then
they didn't want to pay.
The dynasty before that or after that was Shaq, Kobe.
Right.
They broke up because of infighting. It wasn't money. But you make a good look. The point is this, and we'll get to the calls in a few. But in today's world, the 90s they couldn't do it because, as you said, they broke up themselves.
Right.
In today's world, where every player is, especially every star, is a corporation, social media, the money that's out there to be made, it is probably harder than ever to keep a group of guys together.
Right.
I hope, and also beyond that, you get bored. You get bored. Jordan won 3 straight and then took a year and a half off because it's like, I need a break.
Right.
Then he came back and won 3 straight and then retired. Magic in the 80s and Bird in the 80s, remember, they aren't winning it every year.
No, it wasn't every year.
You'd lose every other year.
Retool,
every two
add
out of
somebody.
3 years. Yeah, and then you still got motivation. The challenge for the Warriors next year is going to be motivation, boredom. That's going to be it. Because this year was tough. That's why Steve Kerr had Andre Iguodala and Draymond Green coaching at times during games to try to mix it up. Let's go to Klay in Texas. You want to talk about LeBron James.
Man, listen, I think the poison darts they throw on LeBron every day is ridiculous. Okay, Karl Malone's 0-3 in finals. Gary Payton's 0-2.
0-2.
You never hit him dogging him out, right?
Yep.
So
Gary Payton won one. Gary Payton
won in Miami.
He won in
Slow
Miami.
down.
Oh, okay, well that's garbage to me. But at the end of the day, this dude been in 8 finals, man. Regardless of who he went with, you beat who you in front of. He had the Bulls. Derrick Rose Bulls were pretty good. They wasn't lousy. It was pretty good. He also beat the Boston Celtics when they had the big 3. You got to give that man his props.
They were toward the. Nobody's giving him his props. I think he's the second best player ever.
Right.
And I think Rob does too.
I do too. Nobody's saying he doesn't get his props. He's just not the greatest. He's great, not the greatest.
Rob's been dogging this man the whole time.
How we been dogging him?
Why? Because he didn't.
You. Rob been dogging that man.
Well, Rob's a hater.
I'm not. Stop. Thanks for the call anyway. 877-99 on Fox.
Tim in Nebraska, what you got to say?
Okay, guys, have you ever seen a celebrity athlete of the status of LeBron James go and display the characteristics that they display when they don't get their way with fouls? I'm sick of watching him, when he doesn't get a certain foul call, throw his shoulders up, mean mug the refs, and then storm towards them. If I was an official, I'd call a technical on that because he's intimidating the refs, and it looks childish and ridiculous. This is one of the reasons that many people dislike LeBron. When he doesn't get his way, he acts like a spoiled baby.
But Tim, in honesty, don't most players do that? I get it. I get tired of it too, but most players do that.
But do they do it to the extent that LeBron does it? LeBron acts like a childish baby when he doesn't get those calls. It would be one thing for him to walk over to the ref and say, "Hey, I disagree with it," but he throws his arms up and then he speeds directly towards that official. Very intimidating, like.
All right, appreciate.
Other guys do it, but not to the extent of being that immature.
All right, Tim.
I hear you, Tim. And the other part is, and fair or not fair, LeBron. People expect different things because he's so good, and that's why. If it's another guy, do you understand?
No, held by to a higher
exactly
standard.
To a higher
no
standard,
doubt.
and I get it.
I don't think LeBron gets many calls. Personally,
877-99 on Fox. You mean when he's running over people in the lane?
I think when he's getting hacked. Let's see what Scott in Florida. What do you have to say?
Just a quick question, guys. If, in your opinion, is the fact that all these super teams coming into play, is that a good thing for the NBA? A, and B, is that the fact that the other teams just don't have the money or even want to compete to make it basically a 3-4 team league every year?
Well, it's a bad league right now. Terrible league, the NBA. I'm sorry.
I'm going to leave MLB alone.
We're not talking about baseball right now.
I know. Because
we're just talking about
you
how
want
bad
to rip
it is.
on the NBA. The NBA is flying high, man. The NBA is
I'm going to check the ratings for Game 3 because the other games were down.
I don't know where you've been looking at the ratings. I think you've been looking at skewed stuff. But look, the super teams, I don't like the few teams that are, able to win championships and all that. We want parity. You want, the stars spread out. But, LeBron James started this era of the player-generated super teams. And now you got players trying to go to different teams to win a championship. And let's be honest, he didn't start the super teams. In the 80s, the Celtics and the Lakers were super teams.
Can you just read this real quick for me? Right there, the headline. What does it say?
Which one?
Right there.
NBA Finals TV ratings archives. Ratings for Game 2 of the NBA Finals down slightly.
That's all.
Game 2.
No, but I'm just trying to tell you.
Do I need to call up the surveys that says soccer has overcome
that.
baseball?
I just want you to say. You said
and
you
popularity.
You don't know where I'm getting my information. You know where that article's from? NBA.com. All right, that's all I'm saying.